because they did never speak to each other. I'm from a small village of Coimbatore district. My parents have 5 children, no income. And I studied in a school where there were 5 classes and only 1 teacher. And I did a part-time job that time itself. When I was 10 years old, my daily emoluments was 25 paise. And I learned frugality. Mind you, the one who has learned frugality will never have stress in his life. Please learn frugality is the most important one. So 5 classes, no teacher, and those days schools had meals. Thanks to Kamaraj, the chief minister then. Otherwise I would have not become a graduate. I went to the school only for the meal. And nothing that I had in my life as a atlas or dictionary, it was never available. And there was no chapel. A guy who is wearing chapel is said to be a rich boy. And there was no full trouser, only half trouser. Anybody who is wearing full trouser is said to be a royal family. But of course today in high streets of Chennai, only half trouser is royal family. And I started working, and that was 5 rupees per day. You see how gradually the salaries and the income is increasing over a period of time. So I finished my graduation and I went for interviews, and in 50 interviews I failed. The only reason was everybody asked me only one question: do you have an experience? Gade, which university gives you experience? Until you give me a job, where will I have an experience? So that time itself I took a decision: if I become an employer, I will only employ freshers. Today I have got 1,000 employees. All of them are freshers. So finally I got a job in a chemical manufacturing company. Fortunately, the company was closed down. Look at it. Fortunately, my parents were poor. Fortunately, I couldn't study. Fortunately, the company also was closed down. Then I left to Mumbai using the typical Jayanti Janata Express via Coimbatore to Bombay. 35 hours of train, and 30 hours I cried because leaving the home was not that just an easy job. Finally, I got a BRC job. Once you get a great job, you get a girl to get married, and you get married, you get the children. So all that, the second half of this slide was relatively simple. Of course, my income levels rose to 50 rupees a day. That was roughly around 1,500 rupees a month. So then I was in BRC. So comfort zone has set in. Look at this photograph. This is the dream of every man who is in a school, college. Good wife, 2 children, great job. Is that right? But unfortunately, comfort zones are danger zones. Whenever you are in a comfort zone, imagine that it's a danger zone. So I was a BRC gazetted officer. My wife was a State Bank of India manager. And my son was 7, my daughter was 5. And that time I asked to myself a question: Jeene aaya ya jeetne aaya? It is in Hindi. In English, have you come to Mumbai to live or to lead? I have to take decisions. Bada hona hai ya buddha hona hai? You want to become old or you want to become tall or big? I have to take decisions. So finally I took a decision. There is a Tamil proverb, I am sure in Tamil Nadu I must tell it. Mairakatti மலையை இழுக்கிறது, மயிரை கட்டி மலையை இழுக்கிறது, வந்த மலை அந்த மயிறு. So I was a restless kid, and my mother used to tell me I'm a restless son. My daughter tells me I'm a restless dad, and my x1 was 0. Success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1, and my x1 was 0. All poor man has x1 0. All poor men have no stress. All rich people have only stress. So people ask me, do you have an MBA to do business? Look at it, how many MBAs I have got. I was born in Coimbatore. I went to Mumbai, and my wife is from Kumbakonam. So what I had village learnings. Luxury of poverty. Poverty is the most powerful luxury in life. And I want all of you to understand, if you had not seen poverty, you will not enjoy life. Abundant stamina. With what I went to Mumbai, not money, it is stamina. And frugality, I had it. and risk appetite. Romance with risk. Please don't change the words. Romance with risk. And once again, my X1 was zero. होने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं है. When you don't have anything to lose, you are the most courageous man on this earth. And then what? I did not have relatives. I abandoned them when I was 20. I did not have neighbors. I did not have clutter. I did not have fear. And I did not have EMI. And I did not have expectations. Mind you, stress is zero. Throughout my life, the stress has been zero. So, you want to do business? I did a business, lowest cost. In the entire world, India is cheapest in healthcare. In entire India, I am the cheapest in healthcare. And I am the most powerful company. And we started doing a profit sharing. A man cannot do business in Kerala and Punjab together. So Keralites should do Kerala business, Punjabis should do Punjab business. I told him, you collect 100 rupees, you keep 60 rupees, you give me only 40 rupees. He was shocked. I told you heard it right. And for the last 20 years, he is unable to sleep. I am peacefully sleeping. There is a unique concept. Our specimen comes to Mumbai. All over the country, specimen coming to one city is a logistical capability which I made it to happen. And I did a McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't give you masala dosa. It doesn't give you Chinese fried rice. It only gives you burgers. I don't do pathology. I don't do microbiology. I only do biochemistry. And I did a Ola. Until Ola came into country, taxis were standing for 22 hours, running for 2 hours. Now taxis are running for 22 hours and they are hardly standing for 2 hours. So is a thyroid testing machine. And zero debt company. I have never personally also borrowed. I slept with hungry stomach for days. I never borrowed. My company has never borrowed. Today we have a banker. Our 100 crores is with them. Their money is not with me. I have worked for 16 hours for the last 16 years. I think nothing like occupational wellness. That means you work, you enjoy the work, and if you have enjoyed the work, you have become the most successful man on this earth. Business must focus, must have discipline, must have stamina. And I took my 15 years of BRC salary as stipend. You know how to convert salary into stipend? If you are learning, it is stipend. If you are working, it is salary. And I knew how to do a frugal business. I did it and I'm continuous to learn. Today also I am learning. Do you know what is definition of an old man? Old man means he has stopped learning. I am still learning and that is the way I take it. And leadership is most important. Storytelling is most important. I am sure all of you have forgotten there is a gadget on your hand which is having a WhatsApp. Work life, no work, no life. Very often people think that we have to balance. Please note, no work, there is no life. No expectation is the best way to enjoy life. Intestines fast. You know one thing? If you eat for intestine, it is $2 per day, per meal. If you eat for your tongue, it is $8. If you eat for your eyes, it is $24. And if you eat for your nose, it is $48 plus 28% GST. I have handled 5 jobs at a time because when I went to Mumbai, my salary was not adequate enough to support my family. I have done 5 jobs at a time. I have done 2 degrees after becoming a married man. Please note, no one can stop you except you. And as long as you're determined to succeed, no one is against you. And I learned 3 languages. I can speak complete Bhashan in Hindi and also in Marathi and also in Gujarati. And I know Tamil was my mother tongue and in English and Telugu are my other languages. Family first. Please note, not the neighbor first. Family first. My entire life was around my ration card, not around my credit card. I had a great family, great wife, great children, great mother-in-law, great everybody, investors are great, employees are great, which only says you have to be great to get all of them great. I lived in laboratory for the last 20 years. I have lived in laboratory. My wife agreed to come and live in the laboratory. My children all have lived in laboratory. Work-life balance is only when work is somewhere, life is somewhere else. When they are together, you don't have to balance. So, as an employer, I had 2 lakh rupees of provident fund of BRC, and that was the hair. And today I have got $500 million worth a company in the National Stock Exchange. That is the pahad, that is the hill. Unique business model. Your business model is good, you don't need a model to sell it. If your business model is good, you don't need a model to sell it. I didn't create business for money. I created business for job creation. Today 1,000 employees are working. If somebody asks me, what is next? One more zero. Employed fresh and poor. If somebody is poor, I employ. If somebody is fresh, I employ. If somebody experienced come, I don't employ. And focused on 15 gram of gland. See, the body is 100 kilogram. I only took away 15 gram. Please don't feel jealous. Remaining 98.5 grams are there. And in one gland of 15 gram, I have built a brand around a gland. And mind you, I focused on it so much. Thyroid today sounds like Android. So there are 2,000 franchises and 4,000 crore is the market cap of the company. 350 crore is the turnover and 100 crores are the profit. Mean age of my employees is 25 years. A 20-year-old company has mean age of the employees 25 years for 1,000 employees. That is the strength of the organization. This is the journey. In 1983, I reached Mumbai. I was worth 1 lakh. Then in 1989, I am married and 2 children are there, so I am worth 10 lakh. Then in 1995, I printed a visiting card and a letterhead. Then I am worth 1 crore. If you notice it, every 6 years I have added a zero. Every 6 years I have added a zero. I am only 58. Warren Buffett is 88. When we went into an IPO in the National Stock Exchange, my subscription was 75 times. I did not know from where the money came. கடவுள் பார்த்து கொடுத்தாருன்னா ஊரை பிச்சுட்டு கொடுப்பாரு. பகவான் சப்பட் பாடுக்கு देता है. So 75 times subscribed, and in the December 2016, Business World conducted a survey who are the richest Indians, and my name was 149th richest Indian. I went to Mumbai with 500 rupees. Only with 500 rupees. Only thing I never had in my life was stress. Never had. That stress kills you. The stress puts you down. That stress doesn't allow you to perform. I want to one slide on my parents. Because if I am today very powerful, it is because my parents. Because they did not do anything to me. There is a song of MGR 1970. It says, all children by birth are creators. If they become consumers, it is because of the parents and grandparents. So my parents were extremely good. They didn't pamper me. They parented me. They didn't overfeed me. They underfed me. They didn't guide me. They allowed me to think and work. And they didn't protect me from pains. This is the worst thing. Allow the children to undergo all the natural pains. They didn't bring in fear. They didn't use my eyes. They didn't use their eyes to see the world. They used my eyes to see the world. My parents are illiterate, but most advanced parents on this earth. When it comes to petrol, wellness plays a very big role in petrol. Number of gallons of petrol sold in a country and number of diabetes in this country, it is a straight line. Number of heart attacks in the city, number of cars in the city, straight line. Please be careful. Petrol is the biggest menace. That's my last slide. Every talk, my last 5 seconds are for my wife. I lost her just 50 days before my IPO. She had a pancreatic cancer, which I identified only 5 months before her death. That's the only stress I had. Biggest stress. But that was not in my hand. That was not in my hand. This lady is the most powerful lady behind this successful man. And let me tell you, it was like I was climbing Everest. Only 500 more meters were there. I was holding some rock and my wife was holding my hand. She suddenly left it. So I lost her. Please give a round of applause to this great lady.